5-5, this is 5-6. We can engage those targets on the countdown, shooting on 1, over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, execute.
Somewhere along the line out here in the real world, we got lied to. They told us it was about me. I gotta take care of myself, because if I don't, no one else will. The problem with that way of thinking is it doesn't work. No one takes the hill alone. The greatest leaders are the ones that can inspire others through purpose, direction, and motivation, and make them want to take that hill.
As we start to develop a group downrange, I need you to look through the sights. Good sight alignment, draw that front sight post back through. Stand by, guys. Shooters ready. Up. Good press. Nice, nice.
The Downrange Advanced Leadership Experience, the idea is to build leaders. We do it in an outdoor environment in the foothills of Wyoming at the Water Valley Ranch, and we get to shoot, move, and communicate.
At this point, you can shoot your 10 rounds. This line is hot.
What we do at Downrange is we create that environment where men and women from different agencies, different corporations, law enforcement, everywhere, come together, and we put them in an environment where they're relying on their own leadership and their own character. Day one at Downrange, we focus on the basics: physical fitness, marksmanship, first aid, land navigation, and communications. Day two is all about that leadership model of putting the mission first, then your people, then yourself. On third day, we put it all together. People that have never been together before, after 48 hours of training, are now conducting military operations, reconnaissance, ambushes, and raids, using the military framework as a mechanism to evaluate and practice leadership.
The Ranger motto is Rangers lead the way, but they never told us, not once, that leadership was the rank on our collar, the stripes on our sleeves. It wasn't the position, it wasn't the title. It's the example we set for the people we serve. So how do you do that? How do you influence others? How do you lead the way? It's easy. You lead by example, because when you do that, people know they can count on you. And when you can instill that in others and they know they are being counted on, and that's when you see people step up and do amazing things. And you know why? Because they do it for each other. They will fight for each other.
Somebody asked me once, what made you not be afraid so that you could keep fighting? That day on October 3rd, we were surrounded by thousands of people ready to open fire that were trying to overrun our position. And what it came down to was, I wasn't afraid when I was with my guys, and they inspired me to keep going. Because I saw Doug and Kenny and Joe Thomas. Seeing those guys in that firefight, that made me not want to let them down. That's what carries a day.
Leadership is the example we are setting for the people we serve, and we all serve somebody. Most people will never choose to do something extraordinary with their lives because they don't believe they have it in them. But they do. You do. You have what it takes. And we're gonna show you.
The fastest way to build trust between men and women on a team is through physical hardship. And you will only move through this wood line up those mountains as fast as your slowest person. And you have to move together as a team.
We're approximately 8,100 feet.
8,503.
Oh, we went way further than I thought. This has been an exceptional experience to create that space where you feel like you could do more than you've never known yourself to be. Although we're in an environment where it's the militaristic feeling, these are all skill sets that can be transferred and tricks of the trade that you can bring to bear to make yourself successful in business.
In an experience like this, where you are pushed to your limits, where you are tested,
you really find out what you're made of, and that you can trust the person to your left and the person to your right. It's also being very aware of what the mission is. Mission, men, and me.
These are tremendous leaders, probably the best in the world, but you'll never hear it from them. Their mission now is to help others become great leaders. And that's what I love about the experience. You just have to come and experience it to see how great a program it really is.
After the end of this 3.5 days, you will go back to your unit, your company, wherever it is that you came from, with confidence to set the example for others to follow, take charge of situations and lead, where before you may not have thought you had it in you. You have what it takes, and when the time comes, you need to step up. Why? Because people are counting on you.